Hello everyone, my name is KelSounds, and today I want to show you how I created the majority of the Percussive One Shots inside of my SDS 96 fillers sample pack. There's a total of 20 samples in there, and pretty much basically all I did was I took like a sine wave, triangle wave, sometimes even a square wave. I'm gonna use a triangle wave, and then I layered a noise generator on here. Kind of lowered down the sustain and the decay, and then I pretty much just modulated the harmonic of our analog generator here, which is a triangle wave. Making percussive one shots are actually it's pretty fun. It's probably one of my favorite things to do when creating samples is making percussive one shots, because I mean you can get a lot of different sounds with this using like reverb or convolver or even using multipass and distortion. There's just a lot you can do with creating percussive one shots. And so like the basic premise for the sound is just getting like a laser noise, so something like, oh, I should probably lay out some MIDI first, have it set to C2. So yeah, just like a simple laser noise. I'm going to turn the speed up on this quite a bit. Maybe turn up that as well. Turn up the harmonic. And so yeah, I have that on the harmonic. And then I'm also going to modulate the volume of our overall sound with a gain snap in. So I'm just going to set that to %, modulate it by 50%. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my limiter as well, and then make a shape like this with our curve. Then I'm just going to turn on our noise as well. Kind of mess around with the pitch modulator down here. And then pretty much from here, just distort the heck out of it, honestly. I'm going to turn down the gain as well of our first group. Oh, whoops. And then I like to sometimes mess with the harmonic of our generator here. So instead of it being snapped to like 1 or 2, I kind of just have it in between, so it's in harmonic. And I think I'm also going to go ahead and layer, let me go ahead and drag this into our FX group. I think I'm going to layer a filter on here as well, turn up the resonance by quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and use our LFO, so something like this. Whoops. Turn down our gain. Then I think I'm going to add a ring mod. I did this with the sample pack. And I added another distortion after this. And kind of just messed around with the frequency and the distortion by quite a bit. And yeah, pretty much just add some effects on here and just get a bunch of random sounds until I get something that I like. Actually, I think I'm going to leave this at 1 and then add a frequency shifter. Then I'm going to turn the ring mod off. Probably get rid of that. Add a shaper. Turn it to symmetric or symmetry. Get an interesting shape. And I think I'm also going to throw a OTT on this to kind of boost the sound even more. Or I guess squish it. Gonna EQ this a little bit. Put a disperse on this. I like the way it adds like a delay to the bass frequencies. Then I can also go ahead and turn up the gain of our noise. And that is pretty much our sound. Yeah, it's just like messing around with the effects, adding a frequency shifter. But basically the main sound is just like a sine wave and a noise layered on top. And I forgot to put a high pass filter on this. Just to kind of add to the transient of our sound. Kind of making a tom noise, sort of. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the frequency shifter down a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and add a multipass, and I already know the bass frequencies are sound pretty good, but I want to go ahead and just try and distort the low end a little bit. Put a gain on or after the distortion. And then yeah, now I'm just gonna boost the input gain. Turn down the decay of our noise group. And there we go, now we have a percussive one shot. I'm gonna go ahead and record this. Actually, I think I'm gonna put a clipper on this before I do that. Kind of just so it can be more consistent in volume. Pretty heavy tom sound. And then now I'm just gonna mess with the warp of the sample. And there you go. That is our percussive one shot. Then of course you can always just come back inside of the preset and tweak some things around. And yeah, just messing around with the audio samples as well. Yeah, that's pretty much how I made these samples inside of my latest sample pack. SDS 96, I think it is. Oh, let me see. Yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna show some of these as well. So here's sample 10, sample 12, and then I'll do sample 3. I also forgot to mention I put a convolver inside of the preset to add texture over the sample, which is pretty nice. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.